Hernandez.
And I'm Matthew Stallone.
And our application is called ThoughtCloud. So what is ThoughtCloud? ThoughtCloud is a temporary mass messaging service in which users can fast, instantly, and anonymously message or send thoughts to each other. So as we can see from the screen, you can simply type a thought or a message, and it will show up on the screen, and anyone who has the app open will be able to see it and reply to it. And anyone that has the application open can see that thought or message. So its functionality, it has an easy-to-use user interface which only includes 2 menus. And much like Snapchat, thoughts are not saved, so they only stay there for like 5 seconds. And you can customize the fonts and the background images.
Okay, so you might be wondering, how does ThoughtCloud work? So let's say Sammy has enough thought saying, "Oh my God, I'm so bored." So he types that thought into the ThoughtCloud app, and that thought is sent to the ThoughtCloud server and distributed to all the other apps running ThoughtCloud. And there's a diagram that you can see the thought going into the server and then out to the rest of the clients.
We prepared a little video to demonstrate how it works. Sadly, so basically, like, bored, need someone to talk to. And it prompts you with the instructions at the beginning of the app. We made it so that each thought that you send will be randomly placed on the screen, and it will have a random color every time. So right here we have some stills that actually show the application at work.
So the first image, or the rightmost image, is the introduction screen that was present in the video. It kind of tells the user what is ThoughtCloud and how to use it. The next 2 middle images show the app in use, showing thoughts on the screen. And the final image displays the minimalistic and simplistic UI of showing how there's no buttons on the screen, but when you hit the menu button, you can see settings, which allows you to do the customizations we talked about, and the help button, which brings you back to the introduction. So ThoughtCloud is built on very simple yet very powerful code. It is based on open source and community supported libraries such as Socket.io and Node.js. This is significant because if developers using these libraries discover an issue, they can post a patch for everyone else to reap the benefits of not having that issue in their app. We attached an example of one of the most important parts in the code, which essentially is just an event listener on the server waiting for an event called new message to come in, and once that message comes in, it will send out that message to everyone else. However, making ThoughtCloud wasn't just a big breeze, easy to do thing. We had a lot of challenges. The biggest one was that AppInventor didn't allow us to use the libraries that we wanted to use, so we had to use Google's Android Development Studio. And other challenges that we had was when we were taking the positions on the screen, the keyboard would make the screen like less smaller size. So when you would get the screen size, some of the thoughts would display behind the keyboard, which no one wants to not see a thought. And yeah. So you might be asking, how is Thought Cloud scalable, or what are we going to do with the future of Thought Cloud? Well, starting at the very basis of it, Thought Cloud is the infrastructure is very scalable. Going back to Sammy's "oh my god, I'm so bored" idea, when you add more infrastructure, all it does is that the thought goes back to the West Coast server, and it's broadcasted to the clients, but it is also broadcasted to the East Coast server, which then can broadcast back to its clients.
And for the future, we can also have more dynamic customization, such as the addition of themes, and we can have private thoughts. So for example, let's say the whole cluster 1 would have its own Thought Cloud server, so everyone from here would be able to download the app and just start typing thoughts, and everyone from this class would be able to see each other's thoughts. And we can also make it location based, so that in the city of San Diego, everyone who's currently in that radius within the city can send thoughts to each other. And lastly, we can also have random selections. So let's say there's someone from the city of San Diego connecting to Thought Cloud. They will be randomly connected to another Thought Cloud server, let's say in London, and it allows for multicultural conversations.
Thank you.
And that is Thought